Hi, it's Sippy from Inner Alchemist, the place to come to get practical tools to connect to your most authentic and magical self. Today, though, I have a disturbing news flash, and that is that there is a new endangered species. I'm not talking about the giant panda or the mountain gorilla or monarch butterflies. No, I'm talking about human beings who really accept and love themselves. See, we've got an epidemic going on planet Earth, and that is that so many of us don't really love or appreciate ourselves. And my husband challenged me on this. He said, come on, human beings haven't really changed the last couple of centuries. I said, that might be so, but our environment has caused us to be for that species that really cares about themselves to be more endangered. And here's why. That we have a lot of abundance, many of us today. There's so much more disconnection despite the connection on the net. And the reason for this is it's set up all the time to see who has more friends, whose job is better, who's better looking, smarter, more likes on Facebook, etc., etc. What do you do? Right? What are you going to do with that? It's really caused this epidemic of dislike for ourselves. I'm going to give you 2 tips today to make sure that this endangered species issue is no longer a problem. And we're going to start with you. The first thing I'm going to ask you to do is drop out of the competition and the comparison race with other people, because you will always lose. Maybe not today or tomorrow, but eventually you're going to come out as not as good as, not as smart as, not as successful as, not as pretty as. So forget it. As my husband told me years ago, he had this funny saying, he who is not in a race cannot lose it. So if you are going to step into the competition, compete against yourself. Be more loving towards yourself every day. Try to be a better version of you from day to day. That's the only race worth running. The second thing I'm going to ask you to do is take a very powerful form of vitamin A. And you must do this daily. And it's actually three tablets. 3 daily appreciations of yourself, specific daily appreciations of yourself. Yes, and if that's hard for you, and it will be hard in the beginning, it will be challenging to find 3 things. You might fall back into the competition comparison race. You might. But if you wake up and notice that you've done that, you get to appreciate yourself for that. That's a big deal, because most of us are doing that so unconsciously we don't even pay attention. So appreciate yourself if you do wake up and do become aware of that. 3 a day, you're going to start today, and I'd love it if you write me one of those things that you appreciate yourself for today down below. Looking forward to seeing you in the next video.